Hello, hello. Welcome back to AVX Live. I'm Joe Gilderson, President of Corporate Audio Visual Services, and we are back for another great Wednesday. You will notice, though, once again, Mr. Ryan Finch is not here to join me as our co-host because he's working. I mean, what are you going to do? Right now, he's in Austin, Texas for a multi-day event with one of our large corporate clients. Ryan, we'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully you have a great setup day today. Last week, we spoke with my new friend, Christina Ray of Buzz Creators, and she gave our audience some really great tips on how to stay in front of people and how to get your name and your company's name out there and, into not only the digital world, but in person as well. And they've been great. We've seen them all around the county, and they really do excellent work. This week, we have another friendly face and more great tips, but from a seasoned development professional. So I'm really looking forward to meeting our guest and talking more about, how she reaches the world with her communication. But before we do that, let me just remind everybody about how you can find us. Right? You can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And we're on every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Of course, while you're there, make sure, you like and hit the subscribe button to all those channels or wherever you want to watch us. But while you're here today, drop us a comment, be a part of the show. That's the fun part. All right. Usually I leave these things to Ryan, but he's a little better at it, but he's not here today. So you're stuck with me. I don't know what to tell you. But either way, let me tell you a little bit about today's guest. Let's get the show going. Allyson Curtis is the Director of Development for Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley, based in Tarrytown, New York. A seasoned communications and fundraising professional, Ally has worked in both the corporate and nonprofit worlds. She began her career working in corporate communications for Texaco, and after a few years took a leap into the nonprofit world as the manager of community outreach for Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley. She worked with the chapter for 4 years, left, and then returned to what she refers to as home back in November of 2022, this time to take on the leadership role of Director of Development. She is accountable for all areas of fundraising development activities for Hudson Valley, including major gifts, corporate giving, internal and external events, and individual giving. Ally graduated from Marymount College with a degree in English and journalism. She's a dot connector and innovative thinker who believes strongly in the value of nonprofit organizations and the value of community service. That's right up our alley. Since 2013, she has had the pleasure of serving as an advisory board member for the Leave the Light On Foundation. And for 5 years, she served on the board of directors for Ready to Empower, a nonprofit organization dedicated to elevating women and their communities. That's a lot. I'm really glad we got her here. So please welcome to the show, Allyson Curtis.
Thank you, Joe. It's good to be here.
Hey, Ally.
Hi.
You really did you really do all that stuff?
I'm older than I look.
It was very impressive. I mean, I was impressed.
Thank you.
That's very cool. Well, we're glad to have you back home, as you say.
Yeah.
At Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley. And I see you've got your Make-A-Wish blue on.
I do. I'm a Make-A-Wish star pin on. I've got my branding, always representing.
Well, you're pretty good like that. I mean, based on that bio, you have a lot to do, so I don't want to tie you up too much today.
This is great. Any opportunity for us to spread the word and get out there is a great one for us. So we appreciate it.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I think many of our audience knows that we've partnered with Make-A-Wish for a long time now, a number of years, and we respect all the work that's being done, and we especially love our Hudson Valley chapter.
Thank you.
So by the way, the whole the NASDAQ thing, how cool was that?
Oh, that was so cool. I'm with, I was so glad I got to go and represent the Hudson Valley chapter there. I'm with the staff from New Jersey, a lot of the staff from our New Jersey chapter, and Tom Weatherall there in the center is the CEO of the New Jersey chapter. But it came to us, the opportunity that week in between Christmas and New Year. And we're trying to get folks to go. And coincidentally, my nephew and his fiance were in town visiting from Georgia, so I got to be the cool aunt and bring them to that experience. But it was great and a great way
That's
to.
pretty awesome. That's really very cool.
Yeah.
I guess we'll get started, right at the beginning. I mean, tell us about how you got into the nonprofit and development community. I mean, why nonprofits?
It's funny because I was always thinking about that. When I was in college, I went to Marymount College in Tarrytown, which is no longer. Fordham had taken over, and they've since sold that property right here in Tarrytown, where we are at the Wish House. And my first touch with development was I was selected as a senior to speak to donors, people who made programs and tuition possible for the women who went to Marymount College, to speak about my experience through a program they had. It was a business practicum, and it was funded by then Texaco and Chase Bank. And they sponsored students to go to London for the summer to do an internship. And I did an intern with Texaco. And
Cool.
I got to speak about that at the event to encourage donors to then support other women. And, from there, I ended up working with Texaco right out of college. And went through the merger with ChevronTexaco. And then afterwards, I got a phone call from a woman I worked with at Texaco who was working here at Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley, Susan Palmer. I remember her leaving a voicemail for me saying, I don't know what you're doing right now, but there's a job here and it's got your name written all over it. And so that's how I ended up here at Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley in 2003 as the manager of community outreach. Running the volunteer program, and then because of my corporate communications background, doing PR marketing pieces as well.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, we
That's
wear
really cool.
many hats,
That's a
and
nice
so
transition.
yeah, no, and in nonprofit you wear many hats, and where your talents lie. You tend to take on those responsibilities. So it was great, and that week that I started in 2003, it was May. I started on Cinco de Mayo. I went to the gala and I met Wish families and I heard a Wish dad speak, and that was it. I was just forever the mission. No matter if I've been working here or not, I've never been far. It's always been close to my heart.
Wow, that's really cool. And you got to come back home, huh?
I did. I'm really good friends with Denise D'Amico, who well. She is our chief of staff, and she runs the program side of things here. She's been here this year for 25 years. And through the years we've spoken, and she's like, would you ever come back? And I always said, never say never. An opportunity came up, and Christine, who just our CEO, who I know was on last year chatting with you, Christine Burton, came on last year, and it just was the right opportunity at the right time. And I'm so grateful to be back.
That's great. And I mean, you have a fantastic team there with Christine and Abe and Denise. I mean, just a really great team.
Yeah.
But you mentioned that we had Christine on, and we did. We had your president and CEO, Christine Burton, on the show. I want to say last year. I'm not sure. It was in spring. I know it was in the spring, and Christine is excellent. And but that still doesn't mean that all of our guests actually know and our audience actually knows about Make-A-Wish. So maybe you
Yeah.
could tell us a little bit.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we hear that a lot. We bring people in to introduce them more and more now that the world is open. We bring people to the Wish House. But so together we create life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. We are part of a national organization. The Make-A-Wish brand is very well known across the country. We are an international organization. It was founded in 1980, but the Hudson Valley chapter has been here since 1986. We serve 8 counties in the Hudson Valley: Delaware, Dutchess, Arun, Putnam, Rockland, Sullivan, Ulster, and Westchester. So it's not just here in Westchester where we are. We go from here all the way up. And so lots of kids to reach, here in the Hudson Valley. Very much grassroots driven. The money that we raise here stays here in the Hudson Valley, and it's really important. Right now we have a lot of wishes to grant, now more than ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I did see this on your,
Uh-huh.
I know I saw it on some of your communication, but it looks like you already, you guys really helped a lot of people already in the beginning part of the year. So it's pretty amazing.
We did. Travel has resumed, during the height of the pandemic, everything was kind of put on hold. Chapters were given a choice of either asking children to reimagine their wishes and come up with something else so that they could be granted then, or to wait, for travel to resume. And, Denise tells a story better than I can, but the first wish dad that she spoke to about having the child kind of reimagine their wish to go to Disney, the dad was like, no way, this is what my child's been looking forward to, and we'll wait, because it's not just about the wish itself in that day. It's about the whole experience, and a wish
Right.
gives a child and the family something to look forward to while they're going through treatment. So there's a lot more involved than just that day. And so we chose the chapter to let families choose, and so now there's a lot of wishes being granted. Yeah, so those a lot of Disney wishes going out, which is one of the most popular wish that we have. So yeah, January was we're very busy here.
Wow. Wow, that's really cool. And I know that I saw one of this chapter's Wish Kids. I think he was involved in the Super Bowl, was he?
We did. We had it's been a big month. We had the Super Bowl, we had the NBA All Stars. So yes, we had one of our Wish Kids went to the Super Bowl. Had all the VIP treatment. It was wonderful. Yeah. I mean, these are experiences, some people can afford to go and buy a ticket to the Super Bowl, right? But the experience that we give them, the access that we are able to arrange, and all the special touches, that's really, what makes the wish.
It's really great, really great. So and it's funny because I'm a big sports fan, so I certainly saw the Super
Mm-hmm.
Bowl, and I'm even a bigger basketball fan. So I know there was a lot of talk about Make-A-Wish regarding the NBA,
Mm-hmm.
and one thing in particular, but maybe you could tell us a little bit about
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of I was getting text messages left and right. It was announced that Michael Jordan made a gift to Make-A-Wish, the national organization, of $10 million, which is the largest gift in
it.
the
Wow.
organization's history. He has been a great friend of Make-A-Wish for years. He's granted a lot of wishes. We've had wishes granted for children here who've met him from the Hudson Valley. And so
Great.
it's really great for the organization. I think what's great about that is that he is also inviting people to come and join him in supporting Make-A-Wish. And that's really important, because while that gift will go to the national organization, and how that affects us all locally, again, how we raise money here locally stays here with the kids, and makes the wishes come true. To put it into perspective, our pipeline of wishes that are waiting are bigger than ever because of those not being able to travel. And so right now there are 250 children waiting for their wishes to come true. As quickly as we are granting, there are referrals that are coming in of children that qualify. And the average cost of a wish is between $7,500 and $10,000. So we have a
Wow.
lot of work to do, and people like Michael Jordan are wonderful. We hope that others will join him, in that giving way to support and help make wishes come true right here in the Hudson Valley.
Yeah, it's interesting the way when people hear of something, how it really goes to the national organization, but I mean, there are local chapters in everybody's community, and that's what's pretty amazing. And that's where the local connection comes in, and you're helping people that are, like you and like your family. So how would you go about raising the funds for a $7,500 to 10,000 wish for a child and for their family? How does that happen?
There's lots of different ways. We have our own internal events here that we run. One that we're getting ready for now, we're working with you on, is our Wish Ball. And that is on Friday, May 12th. And it's at the Opus, which is formerly the Ritz in White Plains. We're very excited about that. That is our annual gala. And that is one way. We also have our Walk for Wishes event that happens in October. And that takes place at FDR Park in Yorktown. And that's a great way to get the community involved because there's no registration fee. People can come and participate, but they can raise money, right? Peer-to-peer fundraising. We have companies and schools and individuals, Wish families who come and raise money. So those are sort of the things we do internally. But then there's so many things that people do to support us, right? From making individual gifts to working with local companies and corporations. We have a great, through National, we have a great relationship with Subaru, but we develop those. They do a program through December into January that I'm sure you see on commercials all the time. But we've created, local relationships with some of those dealerships. Bill Cole Jr. Over in Rockland County. This past year alone, they just raised $25,000 for us.
That's awesome.
Yes, we have a great partnership with ShopRite, so be on the lookout in April. There'll be 2 weeks in April where they do point of sale donations. They have been great partners for us for many years. And it's not just about the cash gifts, it's in kind as well. That $7,500 to $10,000 is the average cash cost of a Wish. And wherever we can get in-kind support and in-kind services and goods donated. We just granted a Wish for 6-year-old Freddie. You may have seen it on social media. You can certainly anybody can go on our channels and check it out. His wish was to have a golden retriever puppy. And we granted the Wish here at the Wish House. We had our blue carpet, the step and repeat. We partnered with our friends at Woodbury Bus. It was owned by Silver Star Transportation, who transports a lot of our children to the airport and to their wishes. Woodbury Bus is a bus that takes folks from New York City to Woodbury Commons to shop. So we partnered with them. They provided transportation for Freddie and his family from Dutchess County down here to the Wish House and back with their new pup.
Very cool.
And so there's so many ways, people can get involved. Everybody has something to give, whether it's something small or something big. It all has a big impact on a Wish, and it's a ripple effect. It's a powerful thing. We say a Wish transforms the community. It really does. It brings everybody together in a way that I've never quite experienced before. So there's many ways for people to get involved and help us raise the money that we need, to make these wishes come true.
It's pretty impressive. But the fact that you're getting everybody involved from all different angles sounds like the real connecting for a local chapter instead of all kind of the hype that you might see on the TV, on the news. But it still comes down to people helping people.
It's all at the core of it, right? It's about relationships. It's not just a transaction. There's more to it than making the donation. We really welcome people into the Make-A-Wish family, and we want them to feel that power of a wish.
Well, I know I've seen it firsthand, and it's pretty amazing. So I think you guys are doing great things, and hopefully everybody can help you guys fulfill those 250 wishes that are just waiting and lined up. That's going to be a lot of work for Denise to get those things in action. 250 is a lot.
Our team is working hard. They are working very hard. We just had, I know you mentioned the MBA. We had 5 kids went from Make-A-Wish, and 3 of them were ours from Hudson Valley. So we just had 3 kiddos go. And yes, the Wish team is very busy.
Wow, that's fantastic. I love it. I love all the information. I love the way you guys all work together, and even corporate AV has been involved in some fundraising for Make-A-Wish, and we love it. So,
Yeah.
it's fun because we like to be a part of things and do our kind of strange things to help out,
No, everybody has their own way. There's so many. There was a guest bartending event that happened this weekend. You've done your fun events. We just had twins, Bella and Roman, who turned 13. They are the children of one of our longtime volunteers, and they set up a peer-to-peer fundraising page to celebrate their 13th birthday and raised over $1,000. So
That's awesome.
yeah, lots of ways to help.
Well, interesting. Well, I know you from events many years ago and prior to Make-A-Wish,
Yes.
and I know you've always been involved in events for a long time, and you're really good at it too. But what is it about events that you really like the best?
I think they are the opportunity to connect everybody, at the Wish Ball or at Walk for Wishes. It's an opportunity for supporters, our Wish families, corporate donors, everybody to come together and for us to really tell the stories, and connect them, and really experience that power of a wish firsthand if they haven't gotten to be at a wish. I mean, and we're working on some good stuff for the ball this year. So you've been there and you've seen some of the things of the children sharing their stories or the family sharing their stories. But what excites me about events and what I love the most is telling those stories and really engaging people, and really showing them the heart of the mission. I think that events are a great way for people to learn about us. So, if people want to come to the Wish Bowl or to the walk, it's a great introduction too. We did a great wish reveal at Walk for Wishes last year, so stay tuned. We'll see what we'll do this year. But we revealed to Benjamin, a wish child, that his wish to go to the wizarding world of Harry Potter was coming true, and that happened right on stage. An owl actually delivered a scroll to him, telling him that it was coming true. There's nothing like it, There's nothing like being at these events and experiencing these things firsthand. So I think that's what it is. And then no matter how many times I do it, the emotion still gets me, because it's really a powerful thing. It's bringing hope and joy to these children and to their families, and it's something that medicine, can't provide.
Well, I think it's important that you've mentioned that it's not just the children, but their families, because really everybody's going through this together, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, they are all part of it. Anybody under 18 in the household is included, in the wish, the siblings, the parents. We train our volunteers. So that's another way people can help. We have a volunteer orientation coming up on March 8th. So you can check out our website, or people can reach out to me directly and I'll put you in touch with our great volunteer coordinator, Jillian. But volunteers help in different capacities. After you've been here for a while, you have the opportunity to potentially train to be a wish granter, and those volunteers are trained to go out and meet with the families. And then part of that is, bringing icebreaker gifts, not just for the child themselves, but for their siblings. We really get to know what those details are, what they love. Just like the kids that went to the NBA All-Star game this weekend, from the get-go, they were greeted at the airport by some of our counterparts over in Utah, and they all got welcome bags with their favorite snacks, right? It's all about the details. Disney wishes are popular, but as many Disney wishes as we do, they are unique to each individual child and to the family. And I think one of the most powerful, especially since I've been back, quotes that I've heard, or sound bites I've heard from a Wish family, and I don't know if you'll remember this, but it was part of the Wish Ball videos last year. There was a Wish dad who said that Make-A-Wish makes me feel seen, and it's what these families go through on a regular basis, having to worry about special needs and what has to be taken care of. And, when we do a wish, if we send a family away on a trip, we take care of all those details, all those special needs. They need a wheelchair, whatever it is that they need. They don't have to worry about all that because they just get to be a family and enjoy a trip together. And really, it's about the entire family, not just again that day, but the memories that they have afterwards, together to look back on.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, and having actually met some of the children who've gone through this experience. We actually had a wish child that worked for us for about a year, and I do know several other people that have been part of the wish community and the families, and it's really amazing. And everybody has said it's given them that kind of hope and that help during times where it might be a little rougher.
Yeah, and we're very lucky because we have a wish kid right here on staff, Abe Almanza, who is our director of marketing and volunteer management. He had a wish to go on a cruise to Bermuda and the Bahamas, so he's here. So it's every day. You never know, right? It's your neighbors, it's your coworkers. You might not know what they're going through. There are wish families and families going through this all throughout our communities. And so that little bit of hope that we can provide that sparks some joy, there's just nothing better than that.
It's pretty special. Well, that's good. Everybody's got to check out March 8th, of course, for their volunteer sign up. There's many ways you can help out. And then we can get them to shop right during April, right? Yeah.
Yep, shop right in April for sure. Keep your eye out.
Fantastic. That's very good stuff. Well, I mean, you spend a lot of time helping others, it sounds like. I mean, what about yourself? What do you like to do for in your spare time and for fun?
That's a good question.
I mean, don't make me
um,
put that picture back up again. I
I
don't
know.
want to have to.
I love
I mean, I'll
Christmas.
do it. I'll
I
do it.
know. As you were testing things out. Well, I just had a birthday. That was a birthday present from my sister and my niece, who know I love Christmas, and DIY'd a sweater for me, and I would have worn it today, actually. Love Christmas. Yes, love Christmas and being creative. I love live music. I have a very musical family, which you've met my nephew, who's a musician. Love going to some of the smaller venues in the city and seeing, lesser known names, Mark Broussard. So love concerts, and I like my downtime. I think I am very much an extrovert at work, but I think that I can be introverted and like to I can be a homebody and spend time at home. I love being creative, and I don't know, I just love helping others, I guess, too. It's just something that's been part of me since my mom. My mom always gave back. So, yeah, when I have the downtime, I think music has a powerful effect, on people. So as much as I can get to live, and you're a drummer, so
I
but
am.
yeah,
They say I hang out with musicians. That's what they
yeah,
say.
that's what they
But
say about a lot of drummers.
yeah, I don't really like them much, but but no, that makes sense, and this is the right area for you. I mean, all your passions kind of come together, and
They do.
I think it's really cool. And I don't know if you know this, but your nephew actually he played guitar and sang at my wedding,
It's so
and
funny. We were
and
having
and
this.
he did a holiday party here for us a
Yes,
number of years
that's
ago.
right.
Yeah,
Josh, he goes by Jedediah Kane. With music, he's so stinking talented. Like my family,
he's really
they
good.
they can teach themselves. It's so funny. We were talking about this, I think at like lunch or staff meeting with everybody. We were talking about you, and I was saying my nephew played at his wedding, and I had no idea until after the fact, like you had told me. Yeah, I think music is in our blood, and that might be why too. I find it so cathartic and just something fun to do. I am not so great at playing, but listening and enjoying that I
It's
can do.
okay. That is okay. Listening, enjoying is what it's all about in the end. and being a part of things, right? And music
Yeah,
is very much a community activity, just like
yeah.
what a lot
It
of you are
brings
doing.
people together. Yeah. No, that's a great point. Yeah. Community.
Very cool, very cool. Well, I know that you have a lot to do. So there's a lot of outreach and there's a lot of development, and any way that we can be of assistance certainly will help out. Everybody, check out the website. You can find out many ways to get involved and donate. There is certainly a big event coming up May 12th. I'm not even sure exactly what I'm doing yet, but I know it's going to be fun. So,
We've got lots of good stuff planned for you. We have to talk about the details.
but you're at a great place. The Opus is a great spot right downtown White Plains. I think your guests are really going to like it.
Yeah, great crew there, great staff. We're excited to welcome our guests there this year.
Very, very cool. Well, I really do appreciate all of your time today. And I know we're going to be talking soon,
Yes.
but I don't want to tie up too much of your time. I don't want Christine mad at me. I mean, that's just the bottom line. I'm still
I
in good
appreciate
graces
it.
right now. So I don't, and
Yeah,
I don't want Abe or Denise. I don't want anybody, Claire. I don't want anybody mad at me. So I will
appreciate
let
it.
you get back to help raise those funds to try to grant some more wishes.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks for this. Again, any outlet, for us to spread the word that we're here, granting wishes, whether somebody wants to refer a child, there might be a family out there. Who knows? Everybody knows somebody in some way. So thanks for the opportunity. We really appreciate it. And we appreciate all your support in all the ways that you help us here at Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley. So thank you.
Absolutely. It is truly our pleasure. But listen, Allie, thank you very much for your time today. And I think I'm going to wrap this show up.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
All right. So, everybody, you got to meet Allie Curtis, and she's fantastic. You got to learn a little bit more about Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley. And I mean, look at her. She's part of NASDAQ. I mean, she's ringing the bell. I mean, she should have been ringing the bell wearing this sweater, but either way, I think it's still pretty good. But look, we're going to close this thing out. So let me just remind everyone you can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We're on every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Make sure to like the video and, of course, subscribe to the channels. And anytime you can drop us a comment, we are happy to get you involved. And we'd rather put you right on the spot. We're going live. That's what we like. We want to go live. But either way, everyone, listen, thank you very much for joining us. And again, learning more about Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley and my good friend, Allyson Curtis. All right, everybody. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.